What is the one trend you wish people would stop doing when it comes to all skin issues and trying to help that skin?
Using really harsh scrubs and peels, I just don't think that is great for our skin. I think the gentler we are with skincare, it's actually the better. Because our skin, if we're making it more red and raw, like,
Hmm.
and kind of like forcing it into submission, I don't think that works. I think we need to be more gentle with our skin and allow our skin to heal, especially from the inside
But
out.
like, I'm someone who loves double cleansing and it's something I swear by.
Yeah.
But do you think that's
No, I think double cleansing is okay. That's
okay?
okay. I'm talking more about using like very harsh exfoliants
Hmm.
or even like acid peels, using those a lot. I think over time that starts to actually hurt the skin barrier and create more issues down the line.
What is the biggest lie the skincare industry has told us?
That skincare is only topical. I really think that the future of skincare is internal. Of course, we need topical products, we need skincare, we need moisturizer,
Yeah.
we need cleansers. Yes, 100%. But skin has two sides. It has an outside and an inside. The inside is nourishing your skin. So you can
And the
really,
inside is also where most of it is coming from, right? Because the inflammation is
absolutely.
internal.
Yes. So inflammation, there was a really interesting study that I had read where researchers looked at women, I think in their 40s or 50s, and the women who ate more fruit, vitamin C rich fruit, actually had fewer lines and wrinkles than the ones who didn't, right? Vitamin C is very important for collagen production. So things like that, what we're eating, it is the building blocks for our skin. So definitely everything that we eat is really important for our skin. So I do think we'll see more and more kind of a focus on internal skincare,
Hmm.
and even again like the mindfulness and meditation, like that is actually skincare. And they have also I remember seeing uh there was a group that kind of took before and after photos of people who did, I think it was like a 30-day meditation, and the pictures, I mean, they're mind-blowing.
Oh my God.
Because we also hold the stress and things in our face, and when we can let that go, our whole face changes.
So I believe it needs to be a combination, right? And I think what currently everybody, or I think most of us are doing is just topical skincare. And we're not like, I'm currently on a plan, on a food plan because I'm postpartum, I'm 6 months postpartum. And um, when I had my first baby, I had a really hard time coming back to my body. And this time I just felt like, I had a lot of gut issues. And this time I felt like I wanted to get it right. So I'm on a plan. But the thing is, we don't give our skin so much attention in terms of getting on a nutrition plan for our skin, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or ever thinking of meditation or any sort of holistic activities for our skin. But this part has been quite eye opening for me today
Yeah,
that all of that can actually contribute to skin as well.
100%.
Mhm.
And I saw an interview with Selma Hayek recently, and she was saying how her skincare, or like what she thinks has helped her skin the most, is um, eating collagen rich foods. She felt like that has helped her skin. I'm sure she's done other things, but
Yeah.
um, absolutely what we eat and even what we think plays a huge role in our skin.
So what should you be thinking for your skin?
Just trying not to stress. I think,
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest thing. I'm not perfect, so I'm not saying I'm perfect at this, but really not sweating the small stuff, and realizing that most things are small things if you can look at it that way. So
That's also the mom mentality.
yeah, you have to.
That kicks in once you have kids.
Yeah,
You're like, oh, this really does not matter.
exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think just keeping the stress low and you know, s- maintaining positivity. I think having a daily gratitude practice is really helpful for everyone, your skin or not, not for your skin, just for your life, is to just wake up every morning and take a minute or two to even just mentally think about all the things you're grateful for. It just sets you up for such a better day on a more positive note. And I think it just shifts the whole day.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm a big believer in gratitude and
Yeah.
journaling, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's been really helpful. What is something that's a very controversial trend right now that you are quite opposed to?
I'm not a fan of the microblading on the face. I think that also we're getting rid of the skin barrier. Basically, our skin is designed to take care of itself. Yeah, we need to help it a little, wash it, but we don't need to shave it everything off. And I think that is something in the long term. I don't think that's great for our skin because I think we need to really nourish the skin barrier versus trying to just like take away all our protection, basically.
If you had to give one golden rule for skin, right, is there any way to kind of, what would that be?
One golden rule for skin, keeping in mind that your skin is always communicating with you, and whatever pimple or rash or this or that, like really taking, a step back to question, okay, why is this happening? What's causing this? Sometimes it will be a topical thing, but oftentimes with these more chronic skin issues, it's an internal thing. So with that in mind, asking yourself, okay, what is my skin trying to tell me? And how can I nourish my skin from the inside out? And often that's going to start with food, healthy, whole, real foods.
So I know, Maria, that working out has really helped so many people kind of beat their acne, right? Like that fitness regime has really helped them. How is that connected?
Well, fitness can be helpful for our skin for a few reasons. When we're working out, we're sweating, so we're releasing toxins, so we're getting rid of waste products, so that's helpful. We're stimulating the lymph system. We are stimulating our circulation, so our blood can bring the nutrients to our skin. So there are definitely a few different reasons why exercise can be helpful for our skin, and I would say those are probably some of the big ones.
What about PMS? Is that connected to how our skin behaves and hormonal cycles?
Well, for sure. And again, it's kind of coming back to our diet and to our gut health. So a lot of times when people go through my acne program, they also will remark that, oh my God, my PMS went away. So PMS can be exacerbated by blood sugar imbalances, right? So if we're eating too much sugar and not keeping our blood sugar balanced, it could be exacerbated by different nutrient deficiencies. Those are kind of two big ones. So if we can keep the blood sugar stable, if we can correct any nutrient deficiencies, that can actually make a huge impact in reducing PMS. Also, and increasing regularity. Because again, with PMS, that there's that gut component. So we want to make sure we're eliminating regularly.
Okay,